All right, next is a movie we actually saw separately, Hamnet.
Yeah.
Funny enough, another Oscar. We just obviously with Marty Supreme. Okay, Hamnet.
Draggy.
Oh wow, you're not.
I wasn't madly
into it.
No.
Okay, I think
Paul Mescal spoils everything.
He does not
he's
like
in.
Paul Mescal, you guys.
No, he's
when
not
Gladiator
he's not much of an actor.
2, I was in, and you were not into him in Gladiator 2.
I was not, no.
Yeah, so...
I mean, Jessie Buckley, I could understand why
Yeah.
she was so good, why they were into her.
Yeah,
she was a very
we
sad
saw her,
character.
the first time I ever saw her was in Wild Rose.
She was good in that.
We really like Wild Rose.
Yeah.
Your Lordship, Miss Harlan has put her childish ways behind her. Her children are living with her once again.
Do you miss me?
She is a promising young country singer.
I'm trying to get to Nashville.
Well, you better mind your tab doesn't he go off when you're going through security.
She now works full-time as a daily woman.
Hey! I'm trying to be a country singer.
Nobody wants to see a convicted criminal up there.
Johnny Cash is a convicted criminal, you ball bags.
Yeah.
And yeah, she's obviously winning, being nominated all around, so people think she's going to win, which I think is fair. Like, this performance is definitely great.
Yeah.
And, you know, we haven't seen all of the nominations for stuff, but definitely a good...
She carries that whole film, I think, because it does drag, I think.
Yeah, I think it's hard because going into this, what I thought... Again, we saw this separate. What I thought this was going to... You saw it on the 22nd of January, I saw it on the 29th. What I thought this was going to be is... I knew that it was like their son had died and it's going to be the story of Hamlet. Hamlet? Yeah.
How he writes. Goes on to write Hamlet. Because his son's called Hamnet.
No, but for some reason, I forgot the whole play was called Hamlet.
But at the beginning, it comes up and says
It's
that
the same
in
name,
the day
basically,
it's the same name.
But it's really not. Half of the movie is like them living their best lives. Only the last act is really like Hamlet being made. So I think it's actually funny because he goes off to London and then it's months later they find out that he's like made this play. Realistically, whatever happened to him in those months is really the movie. That's how Hamlet was made, is whatever he was doing to try and get it made, you know. So it's more about their lives, and yeah, I don't know. It's a drama. It's a Shakespearean style drama. So really, if you're not into because you don't like, he's a big reader, but he really doesn't like Shakespeare.
Well, no, it's just difficult.
It's a difficult read because the whole dialogue is so
like weird poetry.
But I prefer. Yeah, I enjoy.
I watched it all, so.
Yeah, well, we never walk out, so.
No, you've got to watch till the end because you never know. The last 10 minutes could be the bit that makes it.
Yeah, but okay, but yeah, I don't know. It's a good. It just is very, like, not a lot happens. I mean, I don't know if people are going to agree with that. I just think that so much of the beginning and middle and stuff is very similar, but I think performances save anything because, like, the leads are great.
She just leads this quiet family life.
Yeah.
And he's in London, but she won't go there because they have the plague and they have all sorts of things.
Which I think is fair.
Because people are all crammed in together. But the plague gets the daughter. And then the daughter shrugs it off to her twin brother Hamnet, and he dies.
What I find weird is the supernatural stuff. There's kind of some supernatural elements to this. She can kind of
she's a
feel
witch.
Things, you know.
She's a witch. Yeah.
And also Death himself might have transferred the
he gave himself up for his sister.
Yeah, but I don't think that's actually what happened. I think it's just he caught it. I don't think it's like
because he was lying right next
there.
to her. Yeah.
But people disagree. A lot of people think that actually Death was there and kind of heard it. Well, because it's like he tricked them because they looked the same.
But Jessie Buckley's character said, "I see 2 children at my bedside when they die," and she's not had any kids at that time. And she does end up with 2 kids. She has 3.
Yeah.
But she ends up with 2 because one dies. So it's like, well, she did see it. She did predict it. And that's back in the days when people used to have 10 kids.
You know what Paul Mescal said about this movie? He was like, yeah, I love filming this movie. I thought it was great. But he's like, I just don't know what the big deal was. I mean, back then, if you had 3 kids, one of them's going to die. Yeah. One of them's bound to die.
Which is true.
Because even his mum had 3 kids die or something, right? She says, oh, you lost 3. And she goes, yeah, one was 12 and the others were just babies.
Babes that didn't really count so much.
So, yeah, it's just, kind of crazy because it's, 1580s or whatever, so bound to happen. Okay, alright, so fine, we're on the last 2, which are the movies we just saw today, The Strangers Chapter 3.
Yeah.
Now, this is another review of a review we already did recently. Strangers Chapter 2, which we recorded back in October when it came out. We did also see Strangers Chapter 1, which came out, I think, in May of 2024. So we're finally at the end of this trilogy, which I don't want to say it in a negative way. We're finally at the end of this trilogy. We're at the end of this trilogy. I think this is probably my second favourite, or second least favourite. Either way, it's the same thing. I prefer part 2 over any of the others. Part 2 is your least favourite, right?
It's my least favourite, yeah.
Just fine, I guess.
Because,
part 1 is my least favourite.
I mean, this made a bit more sense, to be honest with you, because there were answers to questions.
Now,
like why the cop was so deep.
Now, I will also link our review to part 2 down below, where we came up with an amazing idea for this movie, which would have saved it, which is that not only is Gabriel not in on it, but the whole town is, and that he maybe works with her in order to be like, and they're all, we said it in the cinema, he's falling over dead bodies all over the place, but he's drunk, he doesn't give a fuck. No, it turns out, you guys, that not only was the whole town not in on it, they didn't know anything, but Gabriel was baghead.
They knew that people went missing.
So we're just a bit bummed, because we really liked our idea.
Yeah.
Which was, everyone had a mask. This whole town, 400 people, or maybe not all 400, but a lot of them were Baghead, were Dollface, were Pinup Girl. And that Gabriel, the guy she met in part 2, didn't know anything. And that he...
Because he looked like it should be...
Because it's so obvious that it was him.
Yeah, and it would make more sense for it not to be him.
It makes sense. A fun twist be that it wasn't Gabriel. Oh, but turns out, no, it was Gabriel. You guys, Gabriel was fucking... So we're just a bit like...
And he says at the end of this film, it really got to me, he went, all these years, you're the only one that's ever survived. Because you let her. When he was in the church with her, he let her get away.
No, but I think he means in general when they stabbed up Ryan, which again, Ryan, we were like, who the fuck is that? And we're like, oh yeah, in their universe, it was only 2 days later.
Yeah.
The part 1, Ryan and her, I think what he means is when they stabbed both of them and he died.
She was on the chair.
She was going to die too, and he's like, that's what he means by you survived. But I think after that, it's more of a revenge thing for them when she kills Dollface.
And
no, I think it's revenge. That's why he let her get away in the church. But you're right. It's so funny to me that it's like he admitted it in the church that because he was like, oh, we killed your boyfriend, you killed Dollface.
Yeah,
like that's
Ryan, as he
yeah, right. Who the fuck was that? Yeah. We were like, who the fuck was Ryan? We were, from part 1, so long ago now.
Of course,
yeah, I don't know. This movie, it was just like the other 2, really.
I mean, tied her up, threw her in the back of the pickup with Dollface, who was dead.
Yeah.
Put Dollface through the chipping machine and kind of let her.
They wanted her to be the new one.
Yeah, but they wanted to force her into doing something.
They're psycho. What are you going to say?
I know, but they chose Pinup Girl or whatever it was because she did a murder. So when they burst in to kill her and her boyfriend, she'd already killed the boyfriend. So they thought, oh, she's one of us.
Yeah, well, she had. She killed their other friend.
Yeah, but not because she wanted to kill.
They're going to say that's the same. Because he even says at the end, we're like each other now.
And she went, and perhaps I am.
Yeah, sure. So she kills him. Yeah. And she walks away holding the mask. So I don't know what the hell that's supposed to do.
Yeah, his mask. Weird.
Yeah, because she killed him.
Yeah, but you think she'd walk away, she's going to carry a mask. She'd carry...
I don't know why she did. She carried...
She carried that bit
I don't know
of
if
sack.
it's going to be any more. I don't know. But they're all dead now, so it's kind of like, what would you even do with that? They're all dead, so... do you kind of like the twist that it actually turns out that the sheriff is his dad?
Yeah.
And that, like, he knew... Because we knew that he obviously was involved. Like, he had to have known.
And they did some amazing de-aging on him, didn't they?
Guys, the de-aging of the dad in this was actually so good. It was, like, Marvel level. Like, I feel like he looked really... I was like, is this practical? Like, is this a different actor?
Yeah, really... I thought it was the son or something with makeup on.
The de-aging of this was, like, the best part. Overall, assume you don't like...
Not really, no. I wouldn't bother...
rewatching any of these. Just watch the original.
Yourself.
The reason I don't like the first Strange Chapter 1 is just because it's a beat for beat of the original. At least these last 2 have been like something to them, which is why I prefer part 2. Actually, funny enough, when we were in the cinema, these group of girls kept leaving
in and out
so much. They were passing each other, and like they're in the same group. And then for some reason, right after the movie ended, like right after, they were like, "This is the worst thing I've ever seen ever." And then you shouted over at them, "You'll see part 2." Yeah, and they were like, "There's part 2." We were like, "It said part 3."
Why do you think it's called part 3? Yeah.
So funny. All right, last one is Send Help.
I liked Send Help.
You did, yeah.
I did.
This is a Sam Raimi movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I I don't know. I think it's fine. It's very repetitive.
Because they're on the
I
island.
feel like I said that about another movie. I can't remember what, but it feels very repetitive of like what they're doing. I do love the Survivor stuff though. I think that's and some of the choice I don't really get. Unlike Marty Supreme, I don't get the character motivations in this because she seems to want him, even though he like.
She says in the beginning how handsome he is and everything.
But then at that point, she's like, she lets him go off and she's like, yeah, see ya, and then he has to come crawling back to her. But then she's all like, oh, I forgive you for like.
Yeah, but
she likes
that though.
I think. I mean, a lot of people online did point out the fact that it feels very much like. She loves that relationship in terms of that she's the dominant one.
She's the dominant one, yeah.
Like
because she's good at everything, isn't she? Because she watches Survivor. She watches Survivor so much, yeah.
But I don't know. The performances in this are pretty good. I do like Dylan O'Brien as like this kind of like arsehole.
Yeah, he was an arsehole. Yeah.
Yeah. But overall, bit repetitive.
Was a bit.
I wish it was a bit shorter.
Was beautifully shot.
It's an hour and 15 minutes in it. If it was like an hour and 30, it would be.
Yeah,
better.
possibly so. Yeah.
I really quickly want to do the Rotten Tomato scores.
Okay.
Because I realised I didn't do them.
For all of them.
Anaconda.
I think it'll be 45 on critics, and I think it'll be 65 on audience.
48 critics, 75 on audience. Marty Supreme.
Right. I think critics 80, and I think audience 60.
Audience 82, critics 94.
Wow. Just to show you what do I know about films.
What was the next one? 28 years.
Yeah.
28 years later.
I think.
Bone Temple.
I think critics 70, and I think audience 85.
88 audience.
Yeah.
92 critic.
See, and it didn't take any money, but look, everyone loves it. If you go and see it, you'll like it.
What was next? Oh, Hamnet.
Yeah. Right. I think critics 90, and I think audience 60.
Critics 87, audience 93.
God almighty.
The audience.
Weird, I don't understand that.
The audience were in. And then,
Strangers. Audience 50, critics 40.
Audience 51, critics 18.
Wow. I'm not surprised about that.
People, the critics were just. I think that all of those ones have like the same score. All right, send help.
I think it'll be critics 75, audience 80.
87 on audience, 93 on critics.
Wow.
I know critics really
did well.
enjoyed.
Yeah.
Okay, that was our. We really have to wrap this up because we're running out of time. But that was our mini reviews of everything we watched in like the last. In January, last 5 months. Last 5 weeks.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for watching, and we will be getting back to
normal
reviews, normal publishing after the next few weeks when award season is like over. So thank you for watching. Bye.